Welcome. I'm Raymond Wolfgang, and in this tip you're going to learn the context of systems engineering in a technical organization, and we're going to go into a little detail that might prompt your questions and get you thinking about the different aspects of systems engineering. Now first, if we establish the context as a request from the customer, okay, where a request for a product that's going to solve some customer's pain point, and that technical activity takes us from this request. We have this activity bubble where we perform the technical and the non-technical activities that we need to get simply to build a product, and that's everything. We go from there and eventually we get the product out the other end. Now in this activity bubble, we've got resources at the top for R. We have program management, and that manages everything, from human resources to large-scale project funding. We have line management just to run the shop, and then the system engineering part of it. So this is the technical part of it, as to perform the engineering and the technical work to get to this product. And certainly, line management does quite a bit more than simply run it all, but they do the process improvement, they dictate what resources go where. But the line management activities, I'm considering them separate than the actual technical work that produces a product. Now in here we're going to focus on the systems engineering part of it. We can consider three facets of systems engineering. Now there are many facets, but these three I feel are the core. And by picking this up, you're going to increase your big picture knowledge of what's going on, but eventually you're going to succeed more at your job because you're going to be able to come in with this holistic approach, not only of your engineering work, but just how organizations work and different things that are involved in building a cool product. Now, systems engineering, for the three facets, one of them is the technical systems engineering part of it. So this is the requirements work. This is tracing from requirements to test activities. The system modeling would fall under this. So this is the technical art and craft of systems engineering, both the process and then in here we're including the design. Now, two other facets include the project management. So specifically doing project management on the engineering tasks. And then finally, all this happens within an organizational context. So that's where engineering operations comes into play. And that could be anything from how we run our project management system. We might have a corporate risk register where executives have all the risks of all the projects, and then they could get a bird's eye view of corporate risk. Even how we get paid, how job numbers are created and how engineering work is performed, and even hiring engineers. So this is very organizational specific, but we need to know how this all works in order to be, in my opinion, good engineers. And of course, with project management, we have to finish on time and on schedule. So now let's take a look at the systems engineering. If we blow that up, I feel it boils down into three different parts here. The first, the system engineering, is what does the customer want? Okay, think needs and requirements on this one. Then the product itself. We have the needs and requirements we want to design. We've come up with something that will eventually become this product we deliver to the customer. So these two are the same. Now, once we have the product, we have to engage in testing and verification, some validation, to make sure it does actually work. And for verification, we're making sure that our system, software or hardware or both, meets the requirements. And then validation, you can see, hooks back around and makes sure that we've answered the ultimate need, the high-level need, which speaks to the pain point that drove the customer to us in the first place. So again, what the customer wants, drives not only the testing, because we have to test it in maybe the customer environment. It of course 100% drives the design, the item, and then we do testing on the actual item itself. So all three very much touch each other and interrelate with each other. That's the system engineering in a nutshell. DM me below if you have questions or if you have comments, rebuttal. Welcome all of it. again, message me below, and I will see you in the next tip.